Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TMG. My name is Thomas Fisher, alongside with Jonathan Oates, and we're here for the Legends Racing League Street Stock Series Race 2 of 6 here at Phoenix International Speedway.
That's
Hello,
right.
Jonathan. How are you?
So we switched roles there. I'm doing quite well, ready for another day of hopefully. I don't really want to say short track racing, but I don't really want to say intermediate racing. That's one of the things that I'm excited about Phoenix is I think we're going to see a mix of racing. I think we're going to see some drivers kind of venturing up high like you would see on a mile and a half, but there's going to be a lot of contact, a lot of beating and banging, kind of akin to the short track racing that we saw all the way back in the test race in Lanier. As a reminder about the Street Stock Series, the choose cone rule is in effect. However, unlike the Classic Truck Challenge, there is no halfway caution. Looking at the times with 4 minutes remaining in practice, it's Eric Heater again at the top of the board with a 31.809, followed by Hayden Lowell, Aaron Brown, Andrew Cootie, Tyler DeMasi, Eric Keplinger, Michael Rosario, Fabrizio Delalio, which I think is new to the series today, Casey Drake in 9th, followed by James Bazin in 10th. That is your top 10. So Thomas, I kind of gave the viewers an idea of what I'm expecting to see out of the race today, but what are you expecting to see out of this race in Phoenix?
I'm going to have to say, I think with all Street Stock Series races, I'm expecting to see some tempers flaring, maybe some virtual fists thrown. That might be interesting, especially for us up in the booth. Not too great for the drivers, but I have to say, I wouldn't be too surprised if after the race I hear of a couple monitors flying off of a 6-story building.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we see some tempers flaring. It's certainly very hot in the virtual Phoenix International Speedway with it being summer and all, and I imagine these tempers are going to get just that little bit hotter. Marvin Lee just joining the session as the number 17 car. Right now, taking a look at your fastest driver in practice, Eric Heater. However, he is not yet a winner this season. Granted, we are only one race into the season, but it's always nice when Eric Heater doesn't win something. He has been on a little bit of a dominant streak in the Classic Truck Challenge. The driver that has won something already this season is the number 60 of Eric Keplinger, who is also currently on pit road in that LRL TMG Street Stock. He won last week in Charlotte. See James N. Bazin doing some burnouts in the pit lane, trying to get his tires heated up. Out goes the number 96 of Benjamin Fanning. Right now, just watching everybody in practice. Oh my goodness, who was that? Someone just did a wheelie in the grass. I have no idea who it was. I think it might have been Hayden Lowell. Yeah, I think that was him. I looked over and all of a sudden just the front end of the street stock was just popped in the air. Not sure what he was trying to do there. Maybe trying to get some speed.
So, Jonathan, this week, who do you think we should bring up for the race show? I'm going to try and get my English correctly.
Well, I think we should go ahead and wait until after qualifying. I think in qualifying we're going to see who has a lot of pace, who doesn't, at least over a one-lap run. That's going to be one thing about Phoenix is that this track eats tires up. I mean, you can just visibly see how bumpy this surface is, how hot the track is going to be. Tire wear, I think, is going to be a big factor today, and that's going to be one thing that we're going to need to watch out for. Long run speed versus short run speed. A lot of drivers right now in the pit lane, but you see a couple of them out on track. I wish I could figure out who they were. There's one of them, James Bazin, in that number 8 car. They're spinning in front of him, and he's just going to pile in there and send the number, I want to say that's the number 96 into the catch fence. So that was interesting.
That was Benjamin Fanning.
Yeah, Benjamin Fanning just going into the catch fence early on. I think he did that at Charlotte as well, so. Oh dear, well, there they go again. Oh my goodness, what just happened? So one car just got ramped off of, I want to say that was Andrew Cootie. It's hard to tell from this long camera shot, but
yep,
he just got ramped into the wall.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, so he got, let me use my super amazing reconstruction surgery
there he is.
Thing. Yep, 96 car just turns him, he hits the wall, and then just all three of them go up in the air along with the 8 car of James Bazin.
So they go around there, and then you're going to see James Bazin coming into the picture. The number 96, Benjamin Fanning, gets into the wall. Cootie is barrel rolling down the straightaway. He gets back going, and then you're going to see, I can't tell who this is just yet, but
that is the 90 car. That's Malachi Drake.
So Malachi Drake comes barreling in from the right side of your screen into the number 9 and launched into the air like a rocket before getting teleported. He doesn't even get teleported back to the pit lane. He's barrel rolling through the air and lands on his roof. So interesting scenes here at the Phoenix International Raceway.
Yes, it most certainly is, as practice is going to conclude in just a few seconds now, and we're going to head to qualifying, which, if Jonathan has remembered to join the race as a spectator,
I have.
we should be able to... Oh, okay, we're making progress here.
So we're making progress here on TNG. Now we can actually look at qualifying, as practice is just about to wrap up. These drivers are going to go for the best one lap they can. We'll see who decides to go out on a run first. Qualifying now underway here at Phoenix. A couple of takers already. Eric Keplinger getting fired up on pit road. So is Chad Adams. Michael Rosario is out. So is Aaron Brown. Luke Breitschoff out as well. I mean, actually, his name is Travis Breitschoff on iRacing, but his actual name is Luke. So we'll see these drivers going out to take their laps. Tyler DeMasi, winner of the Lanier test race, going out as well. Or I guess it's technically Lanier. Aaron Brown warming up his tires. We'll see if more drivers decide to do that. Michael Rosario certainly has it. He is going out on his lap down the front straightaway this time by to begin his run at Phoenix.
And I have to say, while we're looking at this, the memes for this race have already started.
Oh,
Joseph Madigan posting in the media chat, "This is a certified street stock moment," with a photo of the entire field wrecking and the 11 car of... Who is in the 11 car? It is actually Joseph Madigan.
So it's himself.
Yep. With so Eric Keplinger, who's spinning, somebody rolling, the 8 car of James Bazan, is it?
Yes.
Spinning, and then just basically load of death.
All right, first
really.
lap to be set is Michael Rosario with a 32.365. Chad Adams follows with a 32.509. We'll see if Rosario can improve on this lap. Down the back straightaway now and rocketing by that dogleg. Going to use the most of the curbing. Down towards turn number 3. No one able to beat him just yet. Tyler DeMasi falls into second. Down towards turn number 3. Rosario getting right down to that yellow line. It's looking like a good lap for the number 23 so far. Coming across the line, we'll see if he is able to improve on his 32.3. Across the line now, he does with a 32.185. Currently on pole by 0.3 of a second. DeMasi into second. Tyler DeMasi goes faster. 15 thousandths of a second faster. DeMasi to the top with a 32.170. I don't think he is on a second lap. He is going to pull it off onto the side of the racetrack. Hayden Lowell goes third fastest with a 32.202. He is off the track as well. More drivers looking to set a lap. Benjamin Fanning going down into turn number 1. Disappointed with a 34.266. We'll see if he
Eric Heater just crossed the line for a second lap and immediately goes pole.
Oh, of course he does. Eric Heater.
Why are we surprised?
Heater's going to pull off right now on provisional pole. We'll see if Benjamin Fanning can improve on his second lap. Down towards turn number 3, he's going to stay off that yellow line. Never mind, he's going to go below that yellow line. Trying to make the most of track limits. Roaring back to the line now. That number's 96. All out of shape coming through turns 3 and 4, but it might be fast. Across the line now, Benjamin Fanning sets a 32.367, goes 7th quickest, not able to challenge the top. It's teammates at the top of the board in Eric Keplinger and Eric Heater, unless Keplinger can knock Heater off the top of the board. Nice line through 3 and 4 for Keplinger, getting out of the gas a little bit. Oh, never mind, that was an in-lap for Keplinger, so he is going to pull it off back into the pits, not able to improve on his time. Anybody out for a lap? Luke Breitschoff considering it, but no cigar. How about Marvin Lee setting a 32.902, not great out of the number 17. He'll slide up the track. Hunter Rupp looking for a lap as well. His paint scheme just loading in now. Across the line, we'll see what he sets. Rupp coming across the line to set a 32.525. That will go 11th quickest. Drivers yet to set a lap include Casey Drake, Michael DeLong, and Malachi Drake. But I don't believe they are going to be setting a lap. 1 minute remaining in qualifying, and it's Eric Heater at the top of the board.
And Eric Heater has just said in the group chat that he is going to take an EOL.
So Eric Heater trying to make it harder on himself. That'll be interesting to see if that plays off for him. Marvin.
Well, you know, it's Heater. I mean, he's gonna win the race anyway at this rate.
Luke went out to set another lap, just set a 32.7. Not going to be good enough. Not going to be good enough spinning out in 3 and 4. Joseph Madigan, Casey Drake, Michael DeLong, and Malachi Drake still yet to set a lap. Maybe they are preferring to start at the back because there are only 30 seconds remaining in qualifying, and it's Eric Heater right now at the top of the board. the 11 people currently tuned in, thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully we're in for a little bit of a better race than we saw in Michigan. 15 seconds remaining, and I don't think anyone is going to be able to stop the man in qualifying. Eric Heater will take the pole position here in Phoenix. Luke not going to be able to do much about that at this point. He's just running extra practice laps in qualifying. It's Eric Heater in that number 28 on pole position. You see Gatorade victory lane on your screen. It'll be interesting to see who is able to park it in that victory lane at the end of the day. Drivers starting to grid up now, and there is the man of the hour, Eric Heater, on pole position. Why don't we go ahead and bring him up into the booth?
I think he actually has to make his pre-race announcement, if I'm not mistaken, first.
I mean,
but I'm sure we'll be able
to
to
probably do that.
Yeah, so what do you think about bringing up maybe Hayden Lowell instead? One of our drivers is looking to make a front row start, or even maybe if Tyler Tomasi's in here, looking to make a comeback. He's not in group chat right now.
Was it
who
Hayden
else?
Lowell and Tyler Tomasi that went out in Lanier? He might have been one of the drivers involved in that that end of the run battle. I don't really remember it at this point. But if they were, it'll be interesting to see kind of a rematch there.
Yep. So should we bring up maybe Joseph Madigan? See why he hasn't taken a
Yeah. Why don't we go ahead and bring
lap?
up Joseph Madigan? Hey Joseph, this is Jonathan up in the TMG broadcast booth. You copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, Joseph. So interesting strategy there in qualifying. You decided not to go out for a lap. You'll be starting 17th. What was the thought process behind that decision?
I don't know what to expect because it seemed like everyone was really loose in practice, so I don't want to be anywhere near other cars because they might wreck. So I'm just going to be back there, kind of let the tires heat up, and then hopefully start making moves later on the race.
One other thing to watch out for in this race is Eric Heater. He's on pole again. He's had a really dominant run in the past couple Legends Racing League races, but he's decided to take an EOL penalty. You're one of the drivers who's going to be racing near him. Do you think maybe you're going to try and hold him off early in the race to try and get him at the end, or are you just going to let him go?
I'm just going to let him go because I know he's way faster than me, and that'll just only hurt us both. So I'm just going to let him go, try to learn a few things from him, and hopefully get better.
All right, well, good luck in the race. Thank you for joining us for the pre-race interview. Once again, focusing back on the number 28 of Eric Heater, who is on pole for this race. He has decided to take an EOL penalty. You see him right now pulling off to the side. Pace car is off. We're going to start our pace laps here in Phoenix. Oh, and Tyler Tomasi, another driver, electing to take an EOL penalty. So I wonder if there's a lot of drivers kind of trying to play the strategy game, maybe preferring to start at the end of the field. It'll be interesting to see if that plays off for them.
That has, if I'm not mistaken, given Hayden Lowell the inside line. So it's given him essentially pole position. So somebody's going to be happy about that one.
So Hayden Lowell on the pole for this race in Phoenix. Those two drivers that were leading the inside line are going to be starting at the back of the field. It'll be interesting to see how this race plays out. Hopefully, we can get a little bit of an underdog winner here in Phoenix. The duel in the desert about to be underway. Hayden Lowell going to lead the field to green, but it's Eric Keplinger alongside him, who was second fastest in qualifying. Pace car leading the field off turn number 4. Coming to the green flag will be the number 56 leading them down. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Let's go racing in the desert here at Phoenix.
Eric Keplinger getting an absolute massive jump on Hayden Lowell, almost clearing him, looking down to turn 1. Michael Rosario behind him.
Right away to the race lead
yes.
goes Eric Keplinger. Hayden Lowell falling back. It's that number 60 Street Stock in command early on, leading the field down towards the dogleg.
Now Michael Rosario on the outside of Lowell, with is that Benjamin Fanning behind them in the 96 car and the 57 car of Fabrizio DeLillo on his outside.
That is Benjamin Fanning. Already you see a couple of drivers experimenting, moving up the track. One of the drivers trying it, Michael Rosario. He moved up the track a little bit in 3 and 4. It worked out for him. He got a nice run off the corner. He's able to get back up to the bumper of Hayden Lowell. Side by side behind Fabrizio DeLillo alongside Benjamin Fanning. I really hope I am pronouncing that name right. You see DeLillo getting a nice run on the outside. He's
spinning at the back.
Oh, we got a spinner.
Spinning at the back. James Bazan at the back, spinning around, got dumped by, who was it? Oh, no, never mind. He ran into the outside wall all on his own on the exit of turn 2, and then just kind of came down into the 51 and then got spun by Andrew Cootie, who then hit is that the 11 car of Aaron Brown. No, Joseph Madigan, sorry.
So the first caution of the day is out. Eric Keplinger leading to that first yellow flag. He will pick up the pace car on the back straightaway. I'm guessing no one is going to come in for a pit stop just yet. They do only have one extra set of tires. James Bazin, the first casualty of the race. Actually, we've had quite a few retirements already. Marvin Lee, Casey Drake, Malachi Drake, and Michael DeLong among them, but I'm guessing they're playing race control for this event. Let's take a look at a replay and see what happened to James Bazin. Oh, well, I think we might have started it a little bit too late, because at that point they're already wrecking one car when airborne in the infield. That might have been Eric Heater, actually. Oh my.
So I don't know if that was. Yep. Okay. So the 1 out of 3 has been given to the 8 car of James Bazin. We're having a look at it now. Yep. You can see he just went. He kind of just overturned, trying to miss the wall. There you go. Yep. Oversteer moment. Attempts to miss the wall. Head straight down into the 18 car.
Oh no! He actually,
sorry, no, into the 50.
So he missed Andrew
into
Cootie.
The 50.
Oh, sorry, no, that's not Andrew
50.
Cootie, that's Aaron Brown. But he did get the 51 of Chad Adams and came right back up into Andrew Cootie, stacking up that outside lane, yeah.
And then, yep, you can see, and then boom, just hit straight into the 11 car of Joseph Madigan after being bounced off of James Bazin there.
Oh, and actually, I think something might have happened to the 28 of Eric Heater as well. So going back, we'll go on board with Eric Heater. I think he might have been the one to get airborne. Yeah, you see the trouble in front of him, and oh no, he missed the inside. So it was actually Joseph Madigan who went up in the air after hitting that inside grass. I mean, you can see why that happened. There's that big curb on the inside that's meant for the infield road course, but if you go off the track in a very unfortunate way, you're going to hit it at the wrong angle. You see them scrambling in front. Madigan gets hit down into the grass and hops into the air.
That's very unfortunate for Joseph Madigan. He might have some front-end damage there from that impact, so that's going to be something to look out for.
Taking a look back from the number 51 of Chad Adams, it doesn't look like the 11 has too much front-end damage, so I think he'll be able to continue. I can't imagine the suspension would be too poorly damaged either, and even if it was, I can't imagine it's all that important for this race. So the first caution of the day out early on lap I think it was lap 3 of 70. Lights are still on the pace car, but as a reminder, when the lights go off, these drivers will have to choose a line, either inside or outside, coming to the restart. That's one thing that I actually think is going to play a big factor in today's race. From personal experience, you can actually get the outside lane at Phoenix to work quite a bit on these restarts, so it'll be interesting to see if any of these drivers decide to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I have to say, I have a feeling Eric Kepler is going to go to the outside, try and get that run into turn 1 off of the corner, and then just try and leave Hayden Lowell in his dust well and proper.
It's what he did on the initial start. Yeah, okay, so lights are still on the pace car, so we will go around for, I think, 2 more laps of pacing, and then we'll get back going. It's Eric Keplinger at the front.
64 laps to go, it'll be at the line. So 63 laps remaining of the race when we go back green, if I can do maths.
So just a little bit of an endurance race here in Phoenix. Quite a long way to go for these drivers, so I'm guessing early on you probably want to conserve your equipment. You can see that was the pole sitter Hayden Lowell. By virtue of a lot of drivers getting EOLs, he was not able to beat the field down into turn number 1. He'll be looking for redemption on this restart.
Unfortunate right now for Tyler Tomasi, saying he's already blinking because his power is going in and out due to the storm where he is.
Not good for Tomasi.
So he's saying that it does it every 2 minutes, and right now all the drivers giving him a well and truly earned F in chat.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Tomasi. I remember reading something early on before the race started about him wanting, just trying to race tonight, that he might not have been able to. Meanwhile, update on the choose cone. Keplinger goes outside. Hayden Lowell goes inside. Big bonus for DeLilio in the number 57 car. He's going to get right up to the bumper of Eric Keplinger, second on the outside lane. A lot of drivers choosing that outside lane. If we switch to the blimp cam here, you can see it's pretty even split. But a pretty big advantage for Hayden Lowell because once again he's going to be on that inside lane coming back to the green flag. Relatively double file throughout the field. The biggest gain here probably DeLilio.
Yep, right now we're about to head through turn 4. So we are going through turn 3s and 4. We're about to go racing here in the desert of Phoenix.
Eric Keplinger going to lead the field back to green. Once the pace car makes that dive into the pit lane, goes to the left, and Eric Keplinger takes off. We're back underway at Phoenix.
Hayden Lowell doing very well to stick with him. He's probably going to move, tucking behind him there. Yes, he will. Michael Rosario is going to look to the inside. Will he be able to do anything about it? No. A little bit too far back on this occasion.
Moving up behind is that number 96 of Benjamin Fanning, side by side with the 57 of DeLilio down towards the dogleg. Benjamin Fanning alongside. That's the main battle up front, relatively single file. A lot of the field
Hayden
going
Lowell on the
double file.
inside. Hayden Lowell looks like he's trying to go. He's up the inside of Eric Keplinger now. Will he be able to make this move stick? He is slightly ahead coming out of the corner. Eric Keplinger is going to have the runs heading down the start-finish straight. It's still side by side. Hayden Lowell falling back a little bit, heading down to turn 1 now.
Oh,
Hayden
big
Lowell
dive out of the number
well
56,
ahead.
sliding up the track and nearly got into Eric Keplinger. That is going to be a huge advantage for Michael Rosario. Is Rosario going to try and take it 3 wide? We got a spinner. Chad Adams around to the back. Will that bring out the caution? I don't think it will. Meanwhile,
not.
they are 3 wide, going into turn turn 3 and 4. Fanning in the middle, up front. Hayden Lowell still fighting for that lead alongside Eric Keplinger, but it's very hard to make a pass work here on the inside lane. Lowell falls back in line, but is he going to try and make it work in a 1? No, he is not. Yes, he is. Back to the inside.
Yes, he is. Yep. Michael Rosario now is just going to do his absolute best to push Hayden Lowell, I expect, and try and follow him through maybe at some point. Try and gain that position.
Good line there.
Second is always better than third.
Good line there by the number 56 of Hayden Lowell, kind of moving up the track, trying to get a good run on exit. You see that high line really able to work here at Phoenix. Still side by side for the lead. Lowell taking a dive off the corner, going to be side by side, coming back to the line, leading the lap is Eric Keplinger, but Hayden Lowell is right there to take advantage going into turn number 1. Big slide out of the number 56.
Yeah, Michael Rosario now is just trying to stick up behind.
Oh, and sliding. Benjamin Fanning in the back. He is going to save it. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead continues.
Yep, I'm feeling here now Michael Rosario is just going to be holding back a little bit, seeing if these two make contact, and then picking up what's left of either one of these two cars.
Diving down off the corner is the number 56. A little bit of contact coming down the front straightaway. I told you guys there'd be a lot of beating and banging. What we're seeing it early on here in
And Hayden Lowell led that lap. Hayden Lowell did lead that lap. He has the best run out on the exit.
Job.
He's going to clear Eric Keplinger.
Slide job out of the number 56 to take the race lead. Blocking, going into the dogleg. It's Hayden Lowell in control in Phoenix.
Absolutely beautiful move there for the young man from Arkansas.
Sliding up the track once again, trying to cover off that outside line coming from Eric Keplinger. Michael Rosario's having none of that. He'll try and send it down the inside. Side by side for second now is Hayden Lowell, getting away at the front. These drivers really got to start focusing on is getting that run off the corner. You see it happening out there out of the number 60, really able to dive down off the corner. Also coming out of the number 56. Meanwhile, battle behind, blocking as they go towards turn number 3 is DeLilio on Aaron Brown. Big fight behind. This fight, I believe, is for the 4th position. Still side by side for second. Neither driver able to edge out ahead. Back towards the dogleg. You see Eric Keplinger getting that nice run off the corners. He's just got to get a bigger run, though, because at the moment he is not able to clear that number 23 of Michael Rosario. Rosario sending it in deep on the leader. Hayden Lowell not able to make that move work, and that is going to give a big run to Eric Keplinger on that outside lane. Side by side, back to the line. Keplinger takes the 2nd position.
I have to say, I think at this point, very close. Michael Rosario gets to the back of Hayden Lowell. He's going to try and probably stick in the slipstream if he can, depends on where Hayden Lowell goes down into the dogleg. So now Michael Rosario is going to have the drop looking into turn 3. He's looking up the inside almost of Hayden Lowell. He is going for it.
Oh, he's
going for it up the inside.
He's going to try and make the move
territory.
work. Yeah, pretty risky move coming out of the number 23, but he's actually gotten alongside down the front straightaway. I think Michael Rosario might be able to make that work. One more dive into turn number 1. He's going to get really alongside the 56. Aaron Brown now waiting in the wings in that 4th position. The battle now for the lead. They are side by side coming down the back straightaway. Well, it's not much of a straightaway, but you know what I mean. towards turn number 3. Michael Rosero for the first time today going to take away the lead. Meanwhile, Eric Keplinger diving down off the corner to the inside of Hayden Lowell. Hayden Lowell going down to block and makes the move on Michael Rosero back towards turn number 1. They're going to be side by side. Hayden Lowell looking back after the lead.
I hope he's going to do it. He's going to have the run out of turn 2. He's going to have Aaron Brown behind him, his teammate. Oh, it's going to be 2v2 heading down to turn 3 now. Aaron Brown.
A relatively short track like Phoenix, we're still seeing a lot of the draft come into play. These drivers really able to utilize it to get a run. Hayden Lowell sliding up in front of Rosero side by side. Back to the line. Hayden Lowell led that lap. Now it's him back on the inside.
Yep, I have a feeling now Hayden Lowell might try and do the same thing as he did to Eric Keplinger. He's looking for an advantage. Any small mistake from Michael Rosero on the outside, even a little slide from him, will give Hayden Lowell the advantage, especially on exit.
Yeah, Hayden Lowell's just been so good at arcing it through the corner. Sliding up the track is Aaron Brown. He nearly got into Eric Keplinger. That's going to let these front two fight without too much interruption from behind. Speaking of interruption from behind, working his way back up through the field is the number 28 of Eric Heater. Back to the inside goes Hayden Lowell towards turn number 1. Now Rosero is going to have to try it on the high side.
Oh, and he's cleared. Hayden Lowell has cleared Michael Rosero, and he's back into the lead well and proper.
Man, for a race at Phoenix, this race looks a lot more like something you'd see at Daytona or Talladega. The outside lane is really able to work. They're really racing in a bit of a pack. There's a lot of comers, a lot of goers. I think that tire wear definitely starting to play a factor in this race. It's this, I think that's a 7-car pack kind of in the race lead, in the fight for the lead, in the lead draft. You can see it on your ticker. There's a big gap in between Tyler Tomasi and Benjamin Fanning leading that second pack. Well, not really leading a second pack. There isn't much of a second pack to speak of.
Oh, spinning Aaron Brown into the
infield. Oh, we got trouble. Yeah, that's number 18 around in the dog leg. That somehow is not bringing out a caution. Well, now it is, because Luke Brightshoff just got slammed into the wall. No, still not a yellow flag. Well.
Nope. Aaron Brown got a tap from Eric Keplinger coming out of turn 2. And, just a bit too powerful head. That made him go up into the side of Michael Rosero, and from then he was just straight into the infield. Absolutely nothing he could do about it.
Well, since it's relatively single file for the lead, I think we can go ahead and take a look at a replay. I'm surprised that didn't bring out a caution. I would have figured that a car sideways and slamming into another car on the back straightaway would have been a caution, but I guess iRacing decided otherwise. Yep, there it is. A little bit of a touch at Eric Keplinger, and that sent Chad Adams, Aaron Brown sliding down the back straightaway. Back up.
Yep.
Back live and back to the battle for the race lead. You see Eric Heater working his way into 4th place. Meanwhile, Eric Keplinger working his way around the outside of Michael Rosero. They are side by side going towards turn number 3.
Yes, they are. Michael Rosero still every corner trying a little look up the inside of Hayden Lowell, but just never quite close enough to make anything of it. Yep, you can see now the 2 LRL teammates there lined to stern in 3rd and 4th, that is, as there you go, Eric Keplinger on the outside of Michael Rosero now. Oh, and now he's going to try and tuck back in, but will it be too late? Will Eric here now has the advantage of the draw on Eric Keplinger and is going to try and go for it now into turn 3. This is an interesting
Eric Heater
fight.
Sending it up the inside. Is he going to make it work? Yes, he is. Heater back up in a 3 after starting at the tail end of the field. Side by side for the race lead. I mean, I'm just wondering, though, is Eric Heater burning up his tires too much? I mean, he's made a lot of aggressive moves, but I'm not sure if that's going to help him out.
Tyler Tomasi now in the picture as well as Michael Rosero on the inside of Hayden Lowell, pushing right the way up the racetrack. That's going to be very interesting.
Into the dog leg once more. Michael Rosero on the inside of Hayden Lowell. This battle for the lead has been going on for the past few laps at this point. But they've really been pushing the limit on each other, and I'm just wondering if it's ever going to boil over. Hayden Lowell, big run off turn 4, getting the run on Rosero. Rosero had to move out of the way because Hayden Lowell was coming on the outside with a huge head of steam. Now Eric Heater's in the fight for the lead.
And I did just realize earlier I said that Hayden Lowell was from Arkansas. He's not. He's from Nebraska. My apologies.
A little bit of
I just realized that.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Eric Heater's going to have a look up the inside. No, he won't. Rosero covers off the lane. Oh, but he slipped up a little bit going into 3. Heater's going to have the run, but Heater nearly gets into the outside wall. Very close for the driver, the number 28. Meanwhile, Hayden Lowell going to send it back up the inside on Eric Heater, side by side for second place. Tyler
Now, I think
Tomasi
you were
in the
right
fight
there,
for the lead as
Jonathan.
well.
I think you were right, Jonathan. I think Hayden Lowell has just used up his tires a little bit too much and is now going to start fooling back. Oh, as I said, he was up the inside of Eric Heater.
Oh, nearly a
very
little bit of
close to
contact.
touching.
That was very much indeed close for the second position. Eric Keplinger is starting to fall back as well. I'm guessing he has also been a victim of the high tire wears here in Phoenix. Another dive out of the number 56, sliding up against the 28, but not going to be able to make it work.
Oh, he is, though. He has the momentum coming out of turn 2. You can see he was gaining on Eric here the whole time. He's still on the inside. Now, Tyler Tomasi's probably going to come up and say, thank you, guys, and take one of those positions from them. Willis Badley might be impeding them. Maybe even trying to make it 3 wide.
Oh, big dive by Tyler Tomasi coming out of the corner. He dove to the bottom, but he is not going to try and make a run work with it. He will stay in behind the 28 of Eric Heater. Michael Rosario running away at the front of the field. Another big dive out of the 56. It's going to push them both up the track. A little bit of contact.
Double contact. Double contact. Hayden Lowell hit the side of Eric Heater and then went straight back into Tyler Tomasi.
Just a little bit.
As you can see, and now...
Not really sure where you're going with that, but I'm guessing you were going to say Eric Heater is now free to chase down Michael Rosario. Not going to have really anyone to battle with. It's just him and the number 23 going back towards turn number 1. I gotta say, don't count out Rosario.
I hiccuped in the middle of my sentence. I was trying to say Eric Keplinger is now right back in the draft.
Oh, so Eric Keplinger maybe back in contention. Right
yeah,
now,
he's looking
in the
very
6th
strong
position.
now.
The top...
Look, he's trying... Oh, Tyler Tomasi is now trying to look for something to do up the inside of Hayden Lowell. Nothing you can do at this point. But now you can see, you can pretty much put a blanket over the top 7 of this field. All of them separated by 1.2 seconds, the top 7.
I mean, at this point, we're just waiting for everything to go wrong because they can only race this close together on a track this intensive on the tires for so long before something happens. But take a look at that. Nearly a perfect train. Down the back straightaway and into the dogleg. Defensive goes Michael Rosario into turn number 3. Eric Heater going to have a look on the high side, but not able to make it work. He'll have to wait until the straightaway. He'll get a big run off 4. We'll see if he's able to make it work. Single file down the front straightaway to the outside goes Eric Heater towards turn number 1.
There's a little update here on our retirements. Michael DeLong, Marvin Lee, Hunter Rupp, and Lucas Breitstroff.
Oh, Eric Heater's got to run down to the inside. They'll be side by side going towards turn number 3. And is this about to turn into the Eric Heater show? I mean, if we look at past races, yes, it is. Side by side for the lead. Rosario on the outside. Eric Heater sliding up. And he is going to take away the lead in Phoenix.
And now Hayden Lowell up the inside of Michael Rosario. Trying to go for that move.
So here's the thing. Eric Heater might be in the lead at the moment, but we've seen how important the draft is. I mean... Oh god, I'm starting to use up my voice quite a bit. Much like these drivers are using up their tires. I turned that into a thing. But we've seen how important the draft is here at Phoenix. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to get away.
That pretty much sums it up. You don't really know. We've seen the Eric Heater effect where he can just pull away everywhere and anywhere. But here, you know, these cars are quite draft dependent. So, I mean, at this point, it's anyone's guess.
Alright, I'm going to let you take over for just a minute while I have a quick water break. Hopefully this race stays interesting, and if we get a caution, well, this is an unfortunate time for me to leave, so I'll be right back. Thomas, good luck.
I need luck right now. Alright, so you can see on your screens, if I switch over to the live feed, you can see Eric here now. He is starting to pull away. Hayden Lowell has gotten into that second position. Behind them, Tyler Tomasi is side by side with Michael Rosario, trying to look to remove up the inside. Behind them, the 57 car of Fabrizio Di Luto and Eric Keplinger are side by side. So it's 1-1-2-2, the formation here of the top 7 in this front pack. Tyler Tomasi getting a little bit more of a lead right now on Michael Rosario, trying to make it something work of it into turn 3 now. And yes, he has cleared Michael Rosario. And now Fabrizio Di Luto is just saying thank you very much and is going to have he almost had a look there on Michael Rosario. Michael Rosario is trying to do the switch back on Tyler Tomasi, heading down the inside, absolutely sending it And he's gotten pretty much back that position. We'll see what happens on exit now. You can just about see it at the back of your screens. And Michael Rosario has fully gotten that position back as Tyler Tomasi is falling right back. I'm not too sure what happened there. Yeah, oh, he got into the outside wall at turn 2, and now he's back in this back of 7.
All right,
Single
I am
file running.
back.
We head down the start-finish straight. As we head down the start-finish straight. Heading on to lap 36 now. It is properly single file. Absolutely nothing happening. As they're coming up now to lap Joseph Madigan.
So lap car going to play a role in this race as we see Hayden Lowell maybe looking at a dive down the inside. He's going to think better of it. One thing that's very interesting here is that I've noticed these drivers really starting to move up the track. I mean, we saw such a wide entry there for Hayden Lowell. It's really helping him on exit. You saw Eric Heater nearly tag the wall. I mean, it's getting pretty dicey up here. I think that these tires aren't going to last that much longer. They're going to have to come in for a pit stop eventually.
Yeah, just a quick update on what happened to Tyler Tomasi. It looks like Michael Rosario gave him a little tap, slid up into him, and then he lost control of his rear of his car and then just slid up into the outside wall at turn 2.
Hayden Lowell's trying to make a dive. He's entering a lot higher than Eric Heater, but exiting a lot lower with a lot more speed. It's helping him down into turn number 1, which appears to be the main passing zone on this racetrack. Right now, it's just a 3-way battle for the lead as drivers 13 through 17 have all retired from the race.
Right, now it's my turn to take a water break. I'll be right back.
All right. Eric Heater leading away down towards the dogleg, leading this pack of 7 cars. Tyler Tomasi at the tail end of it, nearly a nudge out of the number 56 of Hayden Lowell. I mean, he's definitely looking at the lead. He's racing extremely aggressively, and I think he might be looking after it here. Oh, Hayden Lowell gets into the wall. Stacks up Michael Rosario, and that is going to give Eric Heater a big break at the front of the field. Hayden Lowell going wide into turn number 1. Now it's the battle for second. Those 4 cars under a blanket going back towards the dogleg. Eric Heater leading away. Everyone else trying to run him down. Battle for second continuing. Michael Rosario trying to put pressure on Hayden Lowell. It'd be interesting to see if we get another caution before this race is over. If we're going to get one, it'd have to happen with this top 6 because the rest of the field is relatively spread out. Might happen with a lap car, you never know. Back towards the dogleg. Once again, Eric Heater is leading away. Rosario trying to move down the inside through turns 3 and 4. Meanwhile, Hayden Lowell, I think he's faster than Eric Heater because he has run back down that number 28 even after hitting the wall, and he's making a dive in turn number 1. Eric Heater going to cover it off, but Hayden Lowell, just as we thought he was out of the race, is right back in the fight for the lead.
I just heard something about a fight for a lead, and now I'm back. This is interesting here at Phoenix.
Yeah, Hayden Lowell tagged the wall. It stacked him up a little bit, but he is right back on the bumper of Eric Heater. I mean, I really don't think Heater's faster. I think at this point, hey, Hayden Lowell is actually quite a bit faster than Eric Heater, and we're going to see it in turns 1 and 2. Watch how big of a dive Hayden Lowell's probably going to make. Yep, there it is. You can see him. He gets pretty close to the bumper. Rolling out of turn number 2. Eric Heater still in control, but Hayden Lowell, I mean, if he just stays in this second position as we get towards the end of the race, and I have a feeling Eric Heater's back bumper is going to get used up just a little bit. Battle for 4th. Oh, we got a spinner. DeLilio sliding in 3 and 4, nearly taking out the field. Eric Heater gave him a little bit of a nudge, and that did not work out for the 57. Meanwhile, I think Hayden Lowell might have gotten in the wall once again because he is now falling back to the clutches of Michael Rosario, who will easily take away that second place.
Yep, I feel like I should just warn everybody, though. However, I'm in the middle of Isaiah, apparently, right now. So everything's flickering. So if I disappear suddenly, you will know why.
I mean, I don't think the broadcast is the biggest of your worries. Stay safe if you can. Coming a lap 44.
Oh, it's fine. Where I am, it's just a tropical rainstorm at this point, but it might take the power out.
Well, if Thomas suddenly disappears, you know why. Meanwhile, new challenger coming to the back bumper of Eric Heater. It's Michael Rosario. At this point, these drivers are for a second are kind of saying, like, all right, you know what, I can't make a charge. Why don't you go? And they're just kind of, trading positions. must say, after a while, I think things are going to have to boil over because these drivers, they look like they're being held up behind Eric Heater, honestly. And after a while, I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a little bit of a nudge out of maybe the 23 or the 56. Back to the front straightaway. Michael Rosaro's on the bumper. Is he going to give it a nudge going into turn number 1 and 2? No, he won't. On board with Eric Heater. Now we'll go ahead and look back at Michael Rosaro. It's close. It's definitely very close for the lead.
At this point, I have a feeling I have a feeling what we really need is we need Michael Rosaro to accidentally not hit the brakes heading into turn 1, give Eric Heater a little spinaroo, and give us some action and hopefully make it so Eric Heater doesn't win again.
I mean, in my opinion, we're actually seeing quite a lot of action here at the front. I mean, being in second on the white flag might not actually be such a bad idea because then you're kind of in a position to do whatever you want with the leader. Make a dive, throw a slide job, give him a little bit of a bump and run. Second place isn't such a bad position to be in. The only problem is it's behind Eric Heater. Oh, well, there he goes. He's going to make a dive in 3 and 4. Eric Heater holding on to that position. But Eric Heater has that Michael Rosaro doesn't is speed into the corner, and it has really been helping him out. But not for much longer because Rosaro just got a mega run off turn number 4, and he is going to be in a position to make a dive into turn 1 and 2. Here he goes, back for the race lead. Michael Rosaro going up the inside of Eric Heater. Oh, and a little bit of a bump to the 28. That is going to cost both them quite a bit of speed and let Hayden Lowell take back to the outside. Another dive by Rosaro. Eric Keplinger waiting in the wings as well. Crossover by the 56, looking up the inside, nothing there.
Another driver I have a feeling is just waiting in the wings and saving his tires is Tyler Tomasi.
I knew you were going to say
it. He's just chilling about 4/10 behind the pack right now, just relaxing, enjoying the sunshine here at Phoenix. I believe it's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit here. So, you know,
oh, there's the dive out of the 56, sending it up the inside of Michael Rosaro. They're side by side for second, but really, if these guys want to have a chance of the lead, they got to stop fighting behind because it's just going to let Eric Heater start to pull away. Surprisingly, Eric Heater has not been able to pull away just yet. The kind of Eric Heater style that we've noticed on TMG is that he'll get to the front after a little bit of a fight with one of his teammates, and he will just fly away from the pack, but we're not seeing that today. We're seeing Michael Rosaro put up a good fight. We're seeing Hayden Lowell put up a good fight. As it comes towards the end of the race, we might see Eric Keplinger, Tyler Tomasi put up a fight. I think we're in for a good finish. Just 2 tenths separating those front 2 drivers back on board with Michael Rosaro. I think it's the draft that's keeping him in range. It's something. I don't know what it is, but Eric Heater has not been able to pull away. Really, no one has been able to pull away at Phoenix, despite the fact that we are 50 laps into a run. Keep in mind that we have only had 1 caution this entire race, and that was very much early on.
I have to say, I wonder how everybody's doing on fuel.
That's the number 56 of Hayden Lowell. He saves it.
Oh, I wonder how they're doing on fuel, though, because if they're starting to run, this might become a battle of strategy. Who's going to take more or less fuel? Who's going to play it safe? Are they going to take tires? Are they not? As Michael Rosaro closes back up to the back of Eric Heater. That's a very good
question. I don't think that there is a way that I can pull up their fuel status as Rosaro gets very much close to the wall. I don't know if there is a way that I can bring up their fuel status, but I can go ahead and give it a shot. I open it in overlay mode. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, unfortunately there isn't a way for me to bring up... Oh, wait, maybe there is. Nah, it's not going to work. All right, it only works if you're direct.
What I can do is I can do... Okay, so they're on 15 gallons of fuel.
Oh, here we go. Rosaro's making a move for the lead up the inside. Not going to make it work. That outside lane prevailing, but maybe not because Rosaro is fighting back going into the dogleg. Anyways, fuel calculations.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder if I'm going to be able to somehow calculate this fuel.
They're beating and banging for the lead. This is really good stuff. I'm guessing what you might be able to do, actually, is go out on a test drive, take 1 or 2 laps, and then see kind of what your fuel is after that.
You know what? I think I'll do that just for the viewer's sake. So I will. So Jonathan, if you just want to take over, I will set up my wheel, and I will do that right now, and I can tell you roughly how many laps everybody has left to go on fuel.
Hey, I've got plenty to commentate because right now we are in the midst of a battle for the lead. Michael Rosario on the inside of Eric Heater, fighting on the inside, but he's going to slide up off turn number 4. They've made quite a bit of contact in the laps prior. We'll see if it happens again. Eric Heater leading that lap, but Rosario sending a huge dive into turn number 1. It's going to be close off too. Sliding up the track is the 23 of Michael Rosario, but he'll stay alongside the 28, and he'll have the run through the dogleg. That's where that driver on the inside is making up a lot of time. Hayden Lowell, any thoughts about making it 3 wide? No, there are none. Still on the inside is Michael Rosario, trying to push Heater up the track. Eric Heater going to hold on in 3 and 4. No, he is not. Rosario still all over the inside of that 28. Back towards turn number 1. Another send into the corner. Eric Heater is able to get that nice arc on the outside. At this point, if I'm Michael Rosario, I want to push that 28 up on the entry of the corner. I don't want to let him have that leverage on me of having a wider line. Bit of a nudge coming out of the 56 of Hayden Lowell. Once again, Rosario sends it in. Is he going to make it work? Oh, a little bit of contact. Rosario sliding through 3 and 4 is going to push Eric Heater up the track and take the lead. This time by, but Heater fighting back on the outside. They're 3 wide for the lead. Hayden Lowell sending it into the bottom. More contact. Sliding is the 28 and the 23. Up the track they both go. And back to the lead is Hayden Lowell with Tyler Tomasi waiting in the wings. This is getting good. Thomas said it earlier. Tomasi might have been kind of standing back trying to save his tires. Well, now it's working out as Rosario gets a big nudge from Eric Heater. Going into the corner, up the track goes Eric Heater. After contact from his teammate, Eric Keplinger, they are bouncing all over each other, but at the lead of the field, it's Hayden Lowell leading away in Phoenix. This is getting good, folks. There's Tomasi trying to make a dive up the inside. Gets blocked by the number 56 of Hayden Lowell. Look at that. It's Tyler Tomasi all over the bumper. These two battled it out for the win in Lanier. Well, now they're battling it out for the win in Phoenix. Now trying to send it up the inside is Michael Rosario, but now he's going to have Eric Keplinger to worry about. Down the front straightaway, Lowell blocks. Down to the outside goes Tomasi. Oh my goodness. Side by side towards turn number 1. Tomasi on the outside, Lowell on the inside. Tomasi with the run, trying to get the power down. Oh, down the straightaway. They're side by side for second, not quite. Bumper to the back of the 23. This is getting intense. Tyler Tomasi with another run at the race leader, on board with the 76 now. Look at this run he's going to get off 4. He's on the bumper. Gaining down the front straightaway, all over the bumper, going back towards turn number 1. Is he going to send it? Going wide is the number 57 of DeLilio after contact with Eric Heater. Side by side for third. Eric Keplinger up the inside of Michael Rosario. Tyler Tomasi on the bumper of Hayden Lowell. Side by side, going at turn number 3. Keplinger on the inside. Rosario on the outside. That's for third. The battle for the lead continuing.
Quick update on fuel usage. So, by my calculations, they're using about 0.2 gallons a lap. If they have 15 gallons a lap, that means, if they have 15 gallons of fuel, that means they have approximately 75 laps of fuel.
All right, they're going to make it to the end.
Oh, that depends. Because it's very possible that running at race pace for a longer time means they're going to burn more fuel. Because it was about 2 point some gallons a lap.
Rosario?
Yeah, it wasn't exactly 2 gallons a lap. Sorry, 0.2 gallons a lap. It was about 0.25 gallons a lap.
Oh
so
my goodness!
Exactly.
Keplinger just got turned on the front straightaway.
So it's going to be very close, is what I can say.
Very close on fuel and very close in terms of the racing. Thomas, you could not have picked a worse time to step away because the battle for the lead has just stepped up about tenfold. They nearly went 4 wide going into the dogleg. They were bouncing all over each other. This racing at the front of the field is incredible. Right now, it's Hayden Lowell in control with Eric Keplinger trying to send a slider on him up the inside off turn 4. Keplinger gonna make it work for the lead. Not quite. He'll slide back.
What happened to Michael Rosario?
Rosario, he just got shuffled back. He's trying to force the 57 up the inside. DeLilio's taking none of that. He still sends it down the inside. Eric Heater struggling in traffic. Eric Keplinger looking after this race lead. They're moving around behind. They're side by side for third. It's Hayden Lowell getting away at the front of the field.
Yep, Tyler Tomasi now down the inside of Eric Heater. looks... Oh, Eric here is going to have the mid-corner speed. Who's going to have the edge? That's the important one.
Take a look at this battle for the lead.
Oh, damn.
Hayden Lowell trying to send the 60 all the way down to the inside wall, trying to give him a narrow line into the corner. Eric Keplinger sent it back up high, trying to get the run through 1 and 2. He's got the run. Hopping to the outside now is Eric Keplinger. Battle behind there, nearly going 3 wide.
Oh, switchback. Eric Keplinger.
Oh my God, he's in the grass.
Very loose.
He nearly just sent it on Hayden Lowell for the race lead. As we cut back there, we saw Hayden Lowell in the grass. They're wrecking behind. Tomasi goes wide. DeLilio taking advantage up the inside. 3-way battle for the lead. Heater sending it to the outside.
Eric Keplinger now, 2 wide behind for 2nd place. Hayden Lowell is going to be thanking his lucky stars, and they're battling behind because hopefully they won't be too focused on him and more focused on each other. Eric here having the run through the dog leg. It looks like, is Eric Keplinger going to go for it through turn 3? DeLilio getting very close. Eric Keplinger still on the inside of Eric here, just about holding on. Nope, nothing he can do on the exit of turn 4 now. Eric Heater looking to go around the outside.
Back to the inside. Contact for the lead.
Telling him, go quicker, Hayden. Go quicker, Hayden. To hopefully...
I don't know if he's saying go quicker, Hayden, so much as he's saying get out of my way, Hayden. I mean, Hayden is defending absolutely insanely. I honestly, at this point, I don't even think there's a difference in driver pace, tire, or anything. I think at this point, it's just who has the track position and who can make the best use of it. The fact that they have raced like this for this long is absolutely incredible. Back towards turn number 1. Lowell back up to the wall after defending the inside. Eric Heater maybe trying to give the bump and run to his teammate. Now they're all back in single file formation, but I guarantee you it is not going to be for long.
Eric here is going to try and have a look now. He's right on Hayden Lowell's bumper, going to the outside. Eric Keplinger trying to look at the same time. Yep, absolutely nothing can be do. He's going to the switchback.
A little bit of a nudge.
Yep, that's going to give Michael... Oh, he has the run. He's going to have to run on exit now after slightly compromising Hayden with his bump as we have on lap 67. 4 to go here at Phoenix.
The laps are winding down. Eric Heater on the inside. Hayden Lowell on the outside. Not going to go down without a fight. They touch. Up the track goes Hayden Lowell. That's going to give a chance for Michael Rosario to go down the inside. 3 wide as they go towards turn number 3. Contact. They're bouncing off each other.
Heading
up the track goes Hayden Lowell. Nearly to the outside wall.
Hayden Lowell goes from 1st to 7th in the space of 3 corners now. And now is Michael Rosario on the back of Eric Heater. Looking to
not on the back anymore. He's going to go for it in a 1. 3 laps to go.
Sends. That's an absolute send.
Contact for the lead. Sideways goes Michael Rosario. Nearly gets taken out. That is going to be a big blow to his confidence. That's going to let Eric Keplinger send it back down the inside. 1 car in the grass. That might have been Benjamin Fanning. No, it was not. I think it was Chad Adams. Coming to 2 to go.
Just trying to get out of the way. The 3 wide lead pack points right now. So Eric Keplinger is now going to try and do something with Eric here. Is he going to try for it into turn 1? No, he's not. Mike Rosario is going to go for it. Oh my God,
look at that slide out of Keplinger. He is absolutely sending it, trying to make the most out of the track limits. Now Rosario sending it up the inside, coming to the white flag. Everyone going to have one more chance at getting Eric Heater, who started at the back. They're bouncing off each other. Are they going to wreck before the white flag? More contact. They're all over each other. Coming to the white flag. Eric Heater in control. It's the battle behind. 1 lap to go.
Them battling behind is going to give Eric Heater the space he needs to just get it to the line now.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Inside.
Rosario is going to have one more chance in 3 and 4. Bit of a nudge out of Eric Keplinger. Side by side, bouncing off each other behind. Coming to the checkered flag. DeLilio in a place to take 2nd. Is anyone going to stop Eric Heater? Through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Heater in control, coming off turn number 4. In the desert, it's Eric Heater taking the checkered flag. Keplinger gonna take it home in 2nd, followed by Michael Rosario, Fabrizio DeLilio, Hayden Lowell, Tyler Tomasi, and Benjamin Fanning in 7th. If we thought the race at Charlotte was intense, then I don't know what this race is. Eric Heater taking his 3rd win in a row on TMG, but this one much more hard fought than the ones previous.
Whew.
Oh, and they're wrecking past the line.
I think that's the first time I've taken a breath the whole evening. Holy moly, that was intense.
It is a Legends Racing Team 1-2 finish. Eric Heater and Eric Keplinger, the winners in Charlotte. Well, it's Eric Heater, the winner, but it's Eric Keplinger in second. Michael Rosario in third to finish off the podium. And now it's going to be a challenge for Eric Heater to burn it down because these street stocks aren't particularly burnout able. But there he goes, burning it down on the front straightaway. It's Eric Heater after a very much deserved victory in Phoenix. What a race that was.
That certainly was. Probably one of the best races you and I have commented on together.
You know,
That was...
I thought that Charlotte was intense. I was not prepared for this.
Oh no, I have a feeling this Street Stock Series is going to be one to watch.
And with really with such a short season, only 6 races. Right, we just finished up the second one. These drivers are looking for all the points they can. You don't have, you don't really have the opportunity to kind of miss a week. Well, you have the opportunity to miss 1 week, but you don't have the opportunity to miss 2 weeks. Have a couple of bad races. You really got to be on your A game every race. And good news for those worried about dominance, Eric Heater is not competing full-time in the Street Stock Series, I don't believe. So it's Eric Heater taking the checkered flag in Phoenix after an absolutely incredible race. We'll go ahead and pull up the finishing results on the left-hand side of your screen in just a moment. Congratulations to Eric Heater on his win in Charlotte. One thing I want to take a look at, I think it was with 2 laps to go, Michael Rosario and Eric Heater bouncing off each other. The racing was incredible, and I want to relive it just one more time before we take a look at your finishing results. So we'll go ahead and try and find it. Yeah, it might have been the lap before, but I can't make any guarantees. Yeah, right here is when they're still side by side, but it was when Rosario was fighting for the lead with Eric Heater. We're going to do it this way. We're just going to fast forward and try and find it. Side by side for second. Was this too late? I can't really tell at this point. Yes, this was. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the correct lap. Yeah, it was right here, right around here. So you're going to see it. Michael Rosario was really the last driver to make a chance at the race lead on Eric Heater, who was actually getting all over the bumper of Hayden Lowell. Yeah, right there, he gave him a little bit of a nudge, let Heater go down the inside. I want to say that's the move of the race, but it wasn't quite because Rosario had one more chance at it before everything was said and done. And it was right here, going into turn number 1. Michael Rosario on the bumper of Eric Heater sends it down to the inside, made a big run at the lead, but unfortunately just overcooked it. They made a lot of contact, and Eric Heater was able to hold strong on the outside. Rosario wasn't, and that is what gave Eric Heater the opportunity to pull away at the front of the field and take the victory here at Phoenix. Really quick, I'm just going to pull up your finishing results, and then we will go ahead and interview your top 3. There it is on the left-hand side of your screen. Eric Heater wins over Eric Keplinger, Michael Rosario, Fabrizio DeLilio, Tyler Tomasi, Hayden Lowell, Benjamin Fanning, James Vazin, Andrew Cootie, Aaron Brown, Joseph Madigan, Chad Adams, Hunter Rupp, Luke/Travis Brightshoff, Marvin Lee, Malachi Drake, Casey Drake, and Michael DeLong. Don't go anywhere because Street Stocks on TMG will return right after this short cutaway with your top 3 post-race interviews. So, back live here on TMG with your winner of the race, Eric Heater. Eric, incredible job today in Phoenix. It was absolutely, I would say, one of your hardest fought victories out of them all. But in the end, you were able to take the checkered flag. Walk us through those last few laps and what you were thinking.
Well, I was leading a good portion of it towards the middle of it. And then we started getting rough because it was getting down to the end. I was hoping we could run it clean, obviously, since I was a leader, but wasn't the case. I'm not sure if it was netcode or anything like that, but looked like I think Hayden got into Michael or something like that, and that got me up the track, up against the wall. But so I fell back to about 6th, and from there I was just trying to get back up there, and I was just trying to be as aggressive as possible because I knew there weren't that many laps left, and I wanted to put on a good show and make sure that I got back up to the front. So I think that definitely wasn't a bad run there for, it being a default fixed setup.
Yeah, when on that final, or in those final laps, when Mike Rosario threw his final lunge at you, what were your thoughts? You think he was going to be able to get you, or did you just think, oh, you know what, it'll work anyway, and we'll see what happens?
Honestly, I wasn't sure of anything once I got the lead. I knew it was a little bit early to be up there. I didn't want him to bump me or anything and get me out, because I knew if I got back to 6th again, I wouldn't have enough time to get back up there. But fortunately, they started racing hard, and with the lap traffic, I got the draft and the toe off of them, so that just allowed me to keep the margin up just towards the end. I'm glad there weren't too many laps left, because if there were, and I got up to Aaron, I wouldn't have had that toe anymore, and they probably could have got back up to me. But fortunately, stacked up the way it did, and we ran up top and came from the back. So it was definitely a hard-fought battle, definitely one of the hardest in this league that I've gotten.
There was a lot of beating and banging there on the last few laps, a lot of contact, a lot of hard racing. How were you able to kind of keep your cool through all that and not just dump the entire field?
It was pretty tough. You had to be really patient. You didn't want to wreck anyone, because if you wreck anyone, that's a caution and goes to the back, or worst case scenario, no caution, and you're just spun out and out of it. And I definitely don't want to be a dirty driver like that, so I just had to be patient, but as aggressive as possible without running anyone over. And we were able to do that, and that's what got us the win there, being able to get back up once we got back.
All right, well, thank you for joining us in the broadcast booth. Next up, we're going to go ahead and bring up Eric's teammate, Eric Keplinger, who was able to drive that number 6 feet street stock to a second-place finish after his win in Charlotte. Here he is. We'll go ahead and pull him up now. Actually, you already just did. Hey, Eric, this is Jonathan up in the TMG broadcast booth. You copy?
I have a copy.
That's good. Yeah, so we saw you were in second place there. What were your thoughts, especially heading into the last, I'd say, quarter of the race? Do you think you're going to have a good shot at the win, or do you think that Peter was pretty much going to run away with it from then?
Well, it was pretty hard to pass today. Yeah, you couldn't really get a run on anybody. It just felt like a short track today. The only way you could really get by somebody is if you just bump them out of the way, or if they just have some kind of issue where they have to slow down. Luckily, we were able to get in a position where we could be second with 2 to go, and then I hit the wall entering 1. Luckily, I saw, that brought me up the track, the wall entering 1 with 2 to go. Luckily, I was still able to battle back with Michael to get second. This is probably the most fun LRL race. It was cool. It was just a lot happened. I know at certain points of the race I thought I had it lost because I just fell back, because I know I accidentally spun Aaron out. I didn't mean to do that. I apologized immediately, and then I know I hit heaters at some point of the race in turn 3 because Tyler was right behind me and I didn't want him to bump me out of the way, so I just gassed a little bit. I hit heater. Luckily, he saved it. Then I hit Hayden at one point because the tires were dead and cars were not turning. He was right on my door, and I hit him and he went up the track. But even though this is like a mile in length, it just felt like a short track today with all just the beating and banging you had to do to get position. It was really fun, and just I'm thankful that we were able to get second, and the person I finished second to was Heater. So good points day. If only Heater wasn't in the race, I would have won and gotten the pole, so that would have been an even better points day for me. Luckily, I was able to lead some laps up here today and finish second, have a good, strong car today. I'm just thankful for that.
So, at the end of the race, it was an Eric and Eric 1-2, excuse the pun, but probably not in the way that you wanted. Do you think there was anything that you could have done at the end there to try and get the win away from Eric? Eric?
If I didn't hit the wall with 2 to go, and 1, I feel like it would have been closer, but with Heater being a heater, I don't think I would have passed him, because you couldn't really pass anybody unless they made a mistake, and Heater's not really going to make a mistake, so I felt it would have been a lot closer, or at least would have been on his back bumper, but I feel like the only way I would have passed him if I just had to send it and hit him, which I don't really want to do, because I don't want to risk like spinning anybody out, because we're on old tires, and if somebody hits you like from behind, then the car's just going to snap sideways. I believe in Bobby and running, but it was just too risky. I don't want to dump somebody for the win. That's just not me. And second place is still good, so at least, yeah.
Yep. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Eric, and congratulations on your second place.
Thank you.
I think we might have cut off his thank you there at the end, but...
Yep, I have a feeling we did.
All right, next up, we're going to go ahead and...
Who came third?
Michael Rosario came in third. We're going to go ahead and pull him up next because he had one of the most interesting races, specifically towards the end of the race. Michael, this is Jonathan up in the TMG broadcast booth. You copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, Michael, so the thing that I wanted to talk to you about is coming towards the end of the race, you saw Eric Heater was slow off turn 4, you got a nice run, you sent it up the inside, maybe a little bit too deep, made some contact with him. What could you have done differently there to maybe try and make that move work?
Nothing really. I mean, we were all going for the win, and we were all very tight, especially on worn tires, but P3, I'll take it. Too bad we couldn't go for the win, but it's Phoenix. I'll take it.
Yeah, we saw that you had a little bit of contact with Tyler Tomasi, and he was complaining about it a little bit during the race and after the race. What were your thoughts on those incidents?
Well, my thoughts are it's on him. He keeps trying to blame stuff on me, and I'm not going to take it anymore. He keeps blaming stuff on me, and yeah.
All right, Michael,
and none
so
of it's
that's
my fault.
That's about all we have to ask you. Unless you've got anything else to add, we're going to go ahead and send you back. All right, I take it that he doesn't have anything else to add. So that was your top 3. Once again, Eric Heater, Eric Keplinger, and Michael Rosario. After this race, Eric Keplinger has extended his lead at the top of the points table after winning last week in Charlotte and getting a second place finish today in Phoenix. Next up, it'll be a final post-race breakdown on TMG before we end the broadcast. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
All right, yeah.
All right, so we're back on TMG after a very much eventful race. Here's how your standings look coming out of Phoenix. Eric Keplinger extends his lead at the top of the table, only 9 points ahead of Michael Rosario, gaining 3 spots after a very good drive today. Maybe a little bit of tempers flaring between him and I think it was Tyler Tomasi that we were talking about. But in the end, I doubt that'll lead to anything, probably just in the heat of the moment. Hayden Lowell in third, just 1 point behind Michael Rosario. It is a very, very close between the top 3 in points, just 10 points separating them all. Thomas, unless you've got anything else to add, we're going to go ahead and end off the broadcast. All right, Thomas is currently muted. So for Phoenix, that'll do it here on TMG. Once again, there are your finishing results on the left-hand side of your screen. We sincerely and hope you enjoy. I can't talk. We sincerely hope you enjoyed. We sincerely hope you enjoyed the broadcast today. Next week, I believe I'll take a look at it right now. The Legends Racing League Street Stocks Series is heading to... they're heading to USA for even more short track racing action, which personally I am very, very much excited for. Thank you all for joining us along for the ride, but until next time, this is Jonathan Oates and Thomas Fisher signing out. We'll see you next time.
Have a good one.